Of all things to stream, man, this game. LOL, you should hop in, bro. When I'm not using my phone to see the screen. Use the laptop to play. Or vice versa. You playing Scruff? There. Everyone ready?
Hi, I'm your host, Cookie, and if my voice is turning you on, then I'm sorry for not being sorry. 4 players, check. One of them with mild BO, check. Okay, let's do this. This is round 1, and that means you get 500 points for everyone you fool with your made-up answer. And you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Select a category. Okay, here's your first question. Although common today, a blank was such a status symbol in 18th century England that you could rent one for a night in order to show it off at a party. Now use your device to type a lie that might fool the other players into believing it. If you can't think of anything in time, use the Lie For Me button for half the points. Do it now! Hurry! Hit the Lie For Me button if you can't think of something. Okay, there are your choices. Find the truth and enter it on your device by touching the answer you want. Okay, let's take a look. Well, don't you feel foolish? And that's it. Nobody else's lies got picked.
The hell?
All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. Jacqueline Stallone, Sylvester Stallone's mom, is a professional psychic who claims she can predict your future by looking at a photo of your blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? All right, let's see what everybody picked. In the psychic realm, it's called rumpology, but in the human realm, it's called bullshit. And nobody fell for this one. Time to pick a category. No, that's okay, I've got it. Okay, here's the question. Russian President Vladimir Putin released a DVD in 2008 called Let's Learn Blank with Vladimir Putin. Type in your lies now. Hurry, hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. Okay, here are your choices. Okay, what did everyone pick? And look what we have here. Step 1. Remove your shirt. This is round 2, which means all point values are doubled. Exciting. Select a category. Well, we ain't waiting forever. Okay, here's the question. Argentine horned frog tadpoles have the unusual ability to blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. All right, who picked what?
Keep an eye on your phones or tablets, there's a delay.
And now the soothing sounds of nature. And nobody picked the other lies up there. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. Dale Power wrote the how-to book, Fancy Blank to Make Yourself. Type in your lies now. Hurry, hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. All right, where's the truth? Let's see what everybody selected. And we're done. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. In 2013, a man in Texas was diagnosed with a rare syndrome that turns the food he eats into blank in his stomach. Enter your lies now. Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, here are your choices. All right, let's see what everybody picked. Well, you guys blew it. When he pees, it's on draft. It's time for the final fibbage. Just one final question, and it's worth triple. Good luck. Okay, here is your final fibbage question. The unusual things that reportedly rained down from the sky over Salta Province, Argentina on April 6th, 2007. Type in your lies now. Hurry! Hit the lie for me button if you can. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. Okay, let's take a look. Let me guess, the local weatherman didn't predict it. Typical. And the rest of the board goes unselected.
Start of game activation is live. We are on!
Cookie, that first breathalyzer was inconclusive. You're gonna have to take another one.
Okay, listen to me. I'm gonna need a jug of beet juice, some WD-40, and a bag of peat moss. Stat.
If we could clear all of the children from the set, we're about ready to start. Clear all the children.
Not all the people
Beat
know
stuff
that
squad.
watched it. Do you understand what I'm saying? They have not all watched
That's fine.
it.
I understand. Joffer died.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but in the hallway there's a dog running on two legs. He's on two
Dad,
legs
come
and he's
back.
running down the hallway. So if everyone could just get under their desks, we'll be fine.
Anton Jones was the greatest detective in the world.
I noticed a grey speck on your jacket, which could only have come from a quarry upstate. Gentlemen, the murderer is the mayor.
But after a terrible accident,
I'm afraid his body won't make it, but...
We're set.
Attention, the new management has announced their thought for the day. Today's thought for the day from the new management is teamwork. Teamwork or you're fired. Thank you.
Make up the set, please.
Butta gutta butta gutta butta gutta butta gutta gutta butta gutta butta gutta butta gutta butta. This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. Uh-oh, I'm outnumbered. You all take care of those screws now. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. So let's get to it.
Get ready, time for question 1.
Right off the bat, bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Player 4, how about it? Player 2, what kind of dried, shriveled up brains have you been looking at? Players 1, 3, and 4, Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Be mindful of the delay.
Try this on for size. His acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages? The McCona Industrial Age? The McCona Middle Ages? Or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Player 4, you there?
I know, I'm going
Player
to end
2?
it after this game.
No. Players 1 and 3? The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Here's one I like to call, brought to you by the letter U-nibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Player 2, who gets the screw? If you're gonna threaten to screw someone, you gotta act on it. Let's try to forget that ever happened. Players 1, 3, and 4. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! You each just earned yourselves an extra $1,000 for that one. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. It's time for Duck, Duck, Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Players 2 and 4. Cue the swan song. Players 1 and 3. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college.
5 fingers
may I introduce the man in the backwards yellow hat? And it's a dis or dat. Player 2, you could use a lift. This one's got your name all over it. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. The rest of you ought to pay attention. Lock in your answers before Player 2 does, and if Player 2 gets it wrong, I'll split that cash among everyone who got it right. Alrighty then, here it comes. Peed in a mop bucket. Forget George, I'm curious how someone could do this badly. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That'll bring an end to our first round. And Player 1 is winning. This could get interesting. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. And don't forget, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer of the game. All right, you ready? Too bad. And now, Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, the blank couple, odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. You got it, Player 4. Pick someone to screw. You yanked out your screw, you got us all excited, and then you just sat there. Lame. We'll try not to let that ruin the rest of the game. Players 1 and 2. Now that's just the dumberest answer I ever heard. Ready for this? Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Up next, let it go, let it go, let it go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Celsius. Player 1, who's getting... The screw is in you, Player 2. 5 seconds to make a choice. Uh-oh, that's not good. Way to screw, Player 1. Don't stop there. Get some more cash. Players 3 and 4. You may not know how temperatures work. Player 1. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Take a good look at Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. Player 2. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born, probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Player 1. Can't do anything right, can you? Players 3 and 4. That answer has a hole in it. Why not try wine or lose? If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Time's almost up. Player 3, let this be a lesson to you. Players 2 and 4, this isn't going to go with dinner at all. Player 1, Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. I call this one, I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Player 4, time's running out. Player 2, I think at that point it would practically be coming out the other end. Players 1 and 3, an adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore.
I think Ferrolichter is guessing to help with the delayed LOL.
Brace yourself. You already know the rules. Off you go. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck.
Dang it. We figured it out. This section F can't be done by a spoon. Glad we figured this out.
Player 1's got it! Okay, player one, you won the game. So what? Big deal. It's a trivia game. Nobody cares. I mean, honestly, if this is all you've done with your life, then...
You know